So when I first started reading this play, I like automatically knew that it wasn't like even close to being similar as any of the other plays we've read in this class so far. I noticed that there's a lot of things were different. The way um, that they weren't really talking to each other, but they kind of were, and how all their things related back to each other. One value that's being represented um, is just the fact that like not enough things are talked about after people go to war. It's kind of just they get back and they're kind of not expect. There are a lot of programs in place, but I think she's trying to point out that um, a lot of soldiers don't get the proper mental recovery that they need, and that's something that needs to be talked about. And another value I think that's being represented is the fact that men don't normally like to talk about their struggles and their hardships and like times that they went through in their life that were traumatic to them. Um, you just notice how none of the three men want to talk about it, except for maybe Elliot a little bit. Um, and then one thing that I didn't understand was it seemed like they were all talking, but they weren't necessarily talking to each other. And then things were going on like when things were going on at the same time that weren't on the same timeline, and it kind of confused me a little bit. But after doing some research on the play, I kind of understood that that was like the point, and so it kind of helped me understand it a little bit more. Um, the depiction of the like an American soldier in the play is kind of someone who goes to war and does their duty and comes back and continues to contribute to society. And I think this kind of challenges that a little bit, as these guys were Puerto Rican immigrants, first generation American, and I think that these guys talking about their experiences is definitely like different than what I think people do. Like actually, like I think that people like veterans talk about what they've gone through, but I think that this play really shows that like there isn't no typical like definition of like an American soldier. It's anyone who is willing to fight for our country and keep us safe. Um, a fugue. So I looked it up. It relates to the play because she's using the voices of all the family members to like to show one theme. And so what she's doing is she's making their like I think the fugue relates to the play because she's making all of their like different experiences, and she's kind of showing it as one like heartbreaking song, like it's one thing instead of separate issues. And I think that's what brought the whole play together, was the fugue part of it. And then one question I had was, what did you guys think about the way that the characters interacted, and did you guys feel like you were able to kind of emotionally connect with the characters as much in this play, considering they didn't spend as much time talking to each other? Or what did you guys think about that?